25 years ago, we were so obsessed with post-workout protein. Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and I thought I would chat with you guys and gals a little bit about this today. It's one of those things to where I can have a little nostalgia, and I think people like that sometimes. Or like, we like it when you cover some of this lifting history and the way things were at a certain time. And it's kind of funny because I look back at that and I laugh at how obsessed we were with it. And the thing is, I don't think it's really a bad thing per se. Like even now, it's not uncommon for me right now, even though I do intermittent fasting and train fasted, a lot of times I still slam 50 to 100 grams of protein at the start of my feed window right now while trying to focus on getting leaner. And I do feel like it does help with body composition. But that's totally different than why we did it back then. But the thing is, we all made gains and we all did stupid amounts of protein because, we got caught up in all the magazine hype and the supplement company hype that told all of us, right? That told all of us that we had to have this anabolic window. And we didn't just have gurus back then telling us what you guys are doing, right? Like for a long time, it was, the benchmark is 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. And, we've had more modern studies show that that's probably not even necessary, right? It's probably not even necessary. And it makes a lot of sense why it isn't, right? But, all right, here's where people are gonna laugh. We had the magazines and the bodybuilding prep gurus, right? In all these magazines, Flex magazine, Iron Man magazine, Muscle and Fitness, right? They were like, well, here's what I have so-and-so do. I'm preparing him, for the Arnold Classic, right? I have him eat 2 grams of protein per pound of body weight. And then all of us, we're looking at this read because we're all reading the mags. Even the OG guys are like, oh yeah, we got to have protein. Protein's what we build muscle out of. We got to have more protein, right? This is what we thought. But we had this sort of propaganda coming to us telling us this. Well, you guys start doing the math on that for a moment, right? Look at the math on that. Those guys are 250 pounds or more. That's 500 grams of protein. 500 grams of protein. And we're sitting here listening to this going, oh yeah, so we need to be getting. And it wasn't for cutting. This was to make gains. And we used to all be told that if we didn't get that protein in within 30 minutes of working out, we would go catabolic. And we all believed it. So we were super serious. Like now everyone gets into the pre-workout thing. We didn't have the whole pre-workout obsession everyone has now, right? It was the post-workout. It was all about the recovery. Like we took everything post-workout. We believed that normal carbs weren't enough. Okay, you guys ready for the sort of stuff we were sold on? And I remember buying my own custom blends, Man, I paid good money for that stuff. Where we were told we needed glutamine and everything post-workout. So we had everything that it wasn't good enough to just get simple carbohydrates. Like, well, you can't have the fructose, that just refuels liver glycogen. That's what we were told. And of course, you guys have seen me do long videos on fructose metabolism. I should do more of those. Now it's just replenishing liver glycogen, not muscle. It's got to be glucose based, but it's got to be fast absorbing, right? So, of course, we couldn't just do rice or rice cakes, could we? That would have done it. No, we had to have a supplement. So they were all dextrose. It was all about getting dextrose post-workout. And the same thing with the protein, it wasn't this, even the 30 grams were like, but we were being told, well, you can only utilize 30 grams in a sitting. So then we needed 6 meals a day, right? 30 grams in a sitting, except post-workout, because then your muscles are ready to soak up more. So we were all, we got to have 50, 60 grams of protein. And some of us, like some of the really jacked guys, were like, I do 100 grams, right? I do 100 grams, like one of the guys. He's like, post-workout, I do 100 grams of protein, and I take 50 milligrams of D-Bol immediately. Got to have it. And like, oh yeah, these guys are just really big. This is what we need to be doing. And we did it. We did this stuff. Not necessarily the Devo, but a bunch of us started doing it. We were all eating 300, 400 grams of protein, force feeding it, 100 grams of protein post-workout. Okay, and here's where it got crazy. Like 100, and most of us didn't do that for long. But I was doing like 70, right? But then we had to have creatine in there, right? You had to have creatine post-workout. You had to. Or you had to have dextrose. It's like glutamine. Glutamine was a big thing for a while. Till we found out later that your GI tract, your intestine lining absorbs all of it and uses it. It doesn't even get to your muscle tissue. But we were being told, the largest free amino acid in your muscles is glutamine. None of us thought, well, maybe we could just eat meat and get that. No, so it made sense. So then we needed glutamine. So some of us were like, we need 20, we need 30 grams. So I went and bought this custom blend from one of these places that made protein to where with my post-workout scoop I had already mixed in, you guys ready? It was 75 grams of whey isolate. It can just be the concentrate, the isolate absorbed faster apparently. You gotta have that 5 grams of creatine, 30 grams of glutamine. All right? You had to have that 30 grams of dextrose. All of that had to be mixed in, and I got mine sweetened with Splenda. We were still scared of aspartame. Hey, I used to do this post-workout. And other guys started to do my gym. They found out I was doing that. They're like, well, he's keeping up with the latest science. He reads all the magazines, So some of them started. We did this stuff. We were so obsessed with it. But you know what? We all made gains. But we all trained hard, right? And because everyone trained hard, everyone was expected to squat, bench, and deadlift, even if you were a bodybuilder. Right? We all expected to do pull-ups. You couldn't do 10, 15 pull-ups and squat 400 pounds. So you did no business even talking about working out, right? That was the way we thought, but it was all that post-workout. Like we had to have it immediately. If you didn't get it at the gym, it wasn't good enough. So we would do that, and then a lot of times me and some of the brothers, we got to go hit the buffet after it was a leg day or really serious, like chest day. Sometimes we had to do that and then go hit like a Chinese buffet sometimes afterwards. We were trying to get big. It was a funny time. It was different though. Everyone was hardcore. We didn't have any of the casual people. Like everyone was either super laid back, they just lifted to be fit and they were old, or you were really serious. It was because, again, fewer people worked out. It was like only maybe 10% of the number of people were working out seriously as today. So it's kind of like you just kind of fell into those hardcore crowds, and we were all pros. Even the experts were bros. Even if you were a medical doctor, we knew some guys who were MDs. They were all bros. They were bros. All right? We even had Doc who would prescribe you your stuff, But he was a total bro who believed in all that. Right? Different world. But here's the thing. It didn't hurt our gains. We all made gains. But it's comical, right? And I mean, we all know protein overfeeding now can help you recomposition and get leaner. It doesn't help you gain any more muscle. But we all did it. We all did it because we didn't know any better. And we were all happy to do it. That's the funny part. All right, guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative. I'll talk to you guys and gals next time.